This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. It is Friday. Yay!
Yes, we
Thank
need
goodness
this.
We definitely need this. It's May 29th. I'm Sam here with Al. I can't wait to see this girl's face. Steph, there you are. I haven't seen you since February, since before I left for maternity leave. How are you, love?
I'm doing really well. I can't wait till I can eventually see you and meet baby Miles in person. It feels so long, but it's so awesome to hear your voice.
It's so good to see you, Steph. I want your opinion, of course, because a lot of us are starting well, there's a lot of mourning, I should say. We're all grappling with the death of George Floyd, and celebrities are as well. In fact, more tributes are pouring in reaction to the death of George Floyd, who died at the hands of a police officer. Beyonce, she displayed this photo of George on her website with the caption, "Rest in power, George Floyd." Jamie Foxx reposted images from Snoop Dogg comparing the differences in how white and black men are treated by law enforcement. Taylor Swift posted George's photo with the last words he was heard saying, along with the hashtag Justice for George. The singer also had harsh words for the president, tweeting, quote, "After stoking the fires of white supremacy and racism your entire presidency, you have the nerve to feign moral superiority before threatening violence." Taylor then referenced the president's tweet where he said, "When the looting starts, the shooting starts." And rapper Cardi B is never one to hold back. She posted a rant on Twitter reacting to last night's protests in Minneapolis. Take a look.
These hashtags keep freaking repeating themselves. I feel like I've done videos against police brutality. I feel like this is like my 7th time. Like I've been doing police brutality videos ever since my teeth up. And the only that changed has been my teeth.
And actress Niecy Nash, she's doing her part in helping to heal. She told Good Morning America that the cast of Reno 911 is donating $10,000 to George Floyd's family. Take a look.
As you know, our cast of Reno 911, we play bumbling cops on TV. But in real life, this is no laughing matter to any of us. I mean, I'm the mother of a black son, and I'm devastated.
Wow. Al, listen, it seems like the narrative now is everyone's fed up, right? You hear the protesters chanting, "No justice, no peace." What do you make of that?
I mean, this is where we are.
And you see the celebrities echoing it.
Sam, this has been going on. Like I said, NWA, the group, in 1989, 88, made a song called Blank the Police. And everybody's like, where's this anger coming from? What is all of this? And they're saying, well, there's no such thing as police brutality. Then the Rodney King thing came out. Well, they said, well, he was fighting back. And over the course of 30 years, we have seen this played out over and over and over again. And people are fed up. And the excuses just no longer work. He was reaching for something. He was reaching for my gun. People don't want to hear that anymore. And the fact that we're still sitting here having the conversation and the officer, as we understand, just got arrested is why people are fed up, because we know if this is any other citizen, they would have been arrested, and we put the police there to protect us, and they've taken that shield away from us.
Yeah, he's right. And Stephanie, you and I as white women, we've never had to have that conversation with our parents or our family members or our children. What do you do if you get pulled over, or what do you do if you're profiled? You and I benefit from that privilege. What is your response to seeing all of this on social media, the celebrities, what Al just said?
You know, the last few days, my feed on every single platform has been filled with broken hearts, crying faces of men, women, children. It's literally heartbreaking. And like you said, as white women, as white people, we have never had to endure this. It was something I never was taught when I was a young girl, and I feel ashamed, to be honest. I think white people, we have got work to do. This is not just about black lives. This is about a human basic right issue. It's got so far out of control, and before I came to America, I never realized, and I feel embarrassed to say this, and maybe I was very naive, I had no idea at how bad it is here in the United States of America. Racism is, I feel like it's no longer enough to say you're not racist. We have to raise the next generation of children and awake this generation of people to be anti-racist.
Yes.
Being just, I'm not racist, is no longer enough. It's not okay, and we have got so much work to do to change this. And celebrities saying all of this, it's fantastic, it's raising awareness, but we all need to come together. Whether you're famous, whether you're just on the street, whatever, everyone needs to come together now.
Well said, Stephanie, well said. In fact, you know, speaking of celebrities and celebrity tributes, Madonna is getting a ton of backlash over the way she memorialized George Floyd. So we want to share your DBL take coming up later in the show about that. And next, in the wake of George Floyd's death, a 12-year-old aspiring gospel singer has posted an absolute heartbreaking song about what it's like to be a young black man in America. Watch.
I'm a young black man doing all that I can to stand. Oh, but when I look around and I see what's being done to my kind every day.
Oh my gosh, that's Keydron Bryant, who captioned the post saying he's just singing what's in his heart. The video has more than 1.7 million views on Instagram and has been reposted by celebrities like Janet Jackson, LeBron James, and Eva Longoria. Al, how have we come to this?
I mean, you see, that young guy should be outside playing, or inside studying, or helping his mama cook, or helping his dad. And the fact that he's so aware of that is, I think, what Steph is kind of talking about. It's that when you're black, your mind is never free. And even at the age where, before you understand about the ills of the world, you get a chance to just run around and be silly, but you can't allow your kids to run around. Because if they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, we see what can happen. And we see that justice, when it comes to people that look like him and look like me, is slow if it comes at all. I mean, are we having this conversation if there's no video? There's video and we're still having the conversation. So, you know, until something is done from the top down, which I don't have a lot of confidence in, people are going to continue to take to the streets and use the power that they have.
Right. No. Wow. Well, Taraji P. Henson is working to end the stigma. So we're switching gears here a little bit, but I feel like...
I think this is important.
I feel like it's important. Yeah. Well, it is important, but it's also ties into all the angst that people are feeling, specifically regarding with mental illness, especially for people of color. She got emotional when speaking on CNN about her campaign to help the underserved communities. Take a listen.
Our first session is over. We're going to start our second session at the end of next week. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, please. Alfie, I wonder if with the onset of coronavirus, the foundation was then set up.
Good for her. Taraji has been open about her own struggles, by the way, with depression and anxiety. And she says, given the pandemic, and then, of course, the most recent riots around the U.S., now more than ever, people of color may need to reach out. Yeah, you know, I think that, you know, we all deal with depression and anxiety, but she's right. There's an even broader stigma when it comes to people of color, and considering everything from Breonna Taylor, Al, to Ahmaud Arbery, and now George Floyd, now more than ever, do you want to reach out to talk to somebody? Do you feel like that you could?
And I do. I was texting with my buddy Hannibal in between shows, and you know, you talk to your friends, but sometimes your friends aren't enough. Sometimes if you are feeling depressed, because it's such a stigma, especially in communities of color, you feel like, oh, well, I'll just have a drink, it'll be fine. You start self-medicating. You see young men and women that smoke a lot of marijuana. That's a form of self-medication. When you understand that something's wrong, but you don't know how to fix it, you kind of just try to mute it. And I think once we have these discussions about mental health and destigmatizing, saying if Taraji has it and I have it, hey, that's okay. She's doing great. I can do great too. I think it's a big deal, and it's good on her. It's very important.
The power of celebrity.
I'm a fan of therapy.
Stephanie, you said that earlier.
I think it's also the power of conversation, the power of being free to have those conversations without being judged. Mental health is something that we should all talk about without any stigma attached at all. And I think right now there's so much going on in the world, like with the pandemic, with everything that we're seeing on social media. I think everyone is struggling in their own way, but now more than ever is the time to reach out. Don't be scared, you're not alone. And believe me, if there's anyone out there that feels they're in a bad place, believe me, there are people out there that can help, and just having a conversation is going to literally help so much. So try if you can.
Thank you, Stephanie. This coming from someone that literally just beat postpartum depression like 2 weeks ago with medication.
Sam's 2-0, baby.
Let me tell you, I've been there. Completely understand it. In fact, you can DM me on my Instagram at Sam Shocker, and I will help provide you some resources. She will respond, guys. And I will respond because I've been in those depths. Stephanie, stick around. Coming up on DBL, Madonna posts a video of her son dancing to a Michael Jackson song in a tribute to George Floyd, and it's caused, a lot of backlash, and we're going to share your comments on that. And as we wrap up another week, we got to say big thank you to the DBL employees who are hard at work at home, keeping us all safe. We appreciate you all. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. We've become accustomed to Madonna sharing some rather unusual videos, and some are now slamming her due to her most recent one, calling it inappropriate because she's using her son to make a political statement. So in the video, her son, David Banda, is dancing to Michael Jackson's song, They Don't Care About Us, with the hashtag Justice for George Floyd. Take a look. So DBL Nation, we want you to be the judge. Was Madonna's video tribute to George Floyd inappropriate? I'm going to read your comments, and then Steph and Al, please give us your DBL take, okay? Steph, here's the first comment. Sharon from Facebook says, people only think it's inappropriate because she's Madonna and she's white.
Oh, I don't think that's the reason. I do think she probably made the video with good intentions. I don't think that she was purposely trying to upset everyone, but I think the general consensus is that it wasn't an appropriate response to what has happened to George Floyd and his death. And I feel as though, you know, she could have done it very differently. She is known for being very outspoken and loud. But I do think it was done with good intention, but it was the wrong message.
Got it. Okay. And here's the next comment. Al Salazar from Facebook says, I feel that this is how artists express themselves. She's a great mother of what appears to be appears to me rather to be a confident young black man.
Yeah, I mean, that's not in, no one's arguing that. I believe this man will have a very charmed life being with Madonna, but the message was lost. I was just looking at that. I was just looking at it to see if I got a message from that. And I just saw a man that could dance really well to Michael Jackson and kind of wanted a reason to put it on video. And I don't see how this relates to the struggle or relates to any kind of strife or anything except for the song. So
it felt like a TikTok video, right?
Yeah, I didn't get it. He's a good Michael Jackson dancer, but maybe save that in your drafts.
Yeah, save that in your drafts. There you go. I agree. Devin from YouTube says Madonna just needs to retire. It worked. She has us talking about how weird she's again. Really not cool. And to your point, Al and Stephanie, I think the fact that the message was lost is a shame because Madonna does have so much influence. I think it would have been a lot more impactful if she could have thought it out a little bit more. And I think that's what happened is Stephanie did not really think this one through.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel bad because I believe the intention was there, but no.
I think you're right. No, I do think her heart was in the right place.
And you are allowed to miss.
Yes.
She swung and she missed. It's all right.
Mm-hmm. Stephanie, thank you. We will see you next week. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend despite everything that's going on in the world.
Love you, Steph.
We love you. We will be right back with actor Adam Rodriguez. Don't go away.
Where are we supposed to go?
Where are you supposed to go?
When your new motorway destroys our homes, our community, our church, and our livelihood, where are we supposed to go?
Where you came from is not a bad answer.
That was Adam Rodriguez from Criminal Minds and Magic Mike taking up the good fight in his new Showtime series, Penny Dreadful City of Los Angeles. Jeff caught up with him earlier in today's Chatting with the Stars.
Adam Rodriguez, welcome to Daily Blast Live. Now, Adam, we're going to jump right in here. You recently wrapped 3 years on Criminal Minds. One, I have two questions here. Was it hard leaving that show? And two, do you still keep in touch with your castmates from that show?
Yes, it was hard leaving that show. You know, when you have a group of people that you love being with every day and a crew that you feel the same way about, it's hard to say goodbye and move on. You know, it doesn't happen that way all of the time. And so it was hard to walk away. And there's a running group text with the castmates from Criminal Minds, and I don't think more than 3 or 4 days goes by before somebody on that chain checks in with everybody. So I think that's the same thing actually with the show I'm doing now, Penny Dreadful, City of Angels. I think that people in my family, we really bonded on this show, really bonded very strongly. I really genuinely feel like these people are my younger siblings.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, congratulations on your new Showtime series. I was going to mention that, Penny Dreadful. You play Raul, that's your character's name, what most people today would call a social justice warrior, right?
We will not be moved. And you will be pushed.
I think that, yes, he is a crusader for the working man, more so than social justice. But I think back then, social justice sort of went hand in hand with fighting for the working man.
How would you compare your characters from each show? Are there differences? Are there similarities?
I just have a natural sense of wanting to fight for what's right, no matter what. And that's been a part of who I am my whole life. And so I do think that a lot of the characters I've played have an element of that, whether it's fighting for what's right in terms of, you know, justice or upholding the law, or if it's actually, in the case of Raul, fighting against what the law is and you know, really pushing back to say that what the law is or what the law is trying to do isn't right, it isn't fair, and it isn't just. And so there's a legitimate fight on both sides, and I think Raul in this case ends up on the side that is against the law.
You're up for a third Magic Mike role and probably looking really good. What are you doing to stay in shape?
Running around after these kids is keeping me in shape. We've got a little trampoline in the backyard that is mandatory to get on every day, and so I'm putting at least 30 minutes of trampoline time every day. That's helping me keep in shape. And other than that, running around the house. I started off strong. I was hitting the exercise bike every day. I was doing some, you know, some calisthenics and really going after it. And then I would say in the last 2-3 weeks, I've sort of tapered off, and the trampoline's become my main bit of exercise. But I think it's time to step it up, just in case that Magic Mike call comes in again.
All right, man. Well, keep up the good work. Congratulations on all the success, and even more so, congratulations on your beautiful family. I hope we talk to you soon. We'll be right back, everybody.
Promotional consider
Welcome back to DBL. Ultraviolet or UV light can kill viruses, and now car companies are considering installing them to fight the coronavirus. So we are chatting about it in today's DBL Drive, sponsored by CarShield. So here's the thing. Your car might look clean inside, but is it sanitized? According to the auto company Ride Clean, companies are looking into systems similar to a fixed UV light that would sanitize your car's interior while you are inside. How cool is that? So they're also considering integrating the feature into the car's AC, so as the air circulates, it would be sanitizing too. And for peace of mind, get an auto protection plan with CarShield. CarShield protects their members from the high cost of auto repairs. Call 1-800-505-9619 for a free quote. I think this is brilliant for ride shares like Lyft, Uber. Can we expand it to airplanes?
Everything, yeah, because I think this idea, if they perfect it and can mass produce it, will get people back to traveling, back to staying in hotels, back to like not only
the economy.
People will go to bars and restaurants and they can say, we hit this with a UV light every 20 minutes, kill everything. I'd be like, hey, let's go.
Me too.
Let me get the burger and fries, baby.
I think we should invest in this somehow.
I can't repeat the restaurant burger at home yet.
You can't?
No, it's still a burger, but it's not that. I don't know. I can't really do it.
It's really tough.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? Here in
like
Denver.
Lowdown.
Okay.
I like the lowdown.
All right.
Yeah.
Giving us the lowdown on the lowdown. DBL's new every day. We'll see you Monday, same time, same place. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care.